So To Your Eternity is a very sad and depressing anime. I was not expecting it to be this sad and depressing going into it, because I know people were saying like how good this was, because I remember like this was one of the most popular ones that people were talking about for the spring, but I was not expecting it to be this sad and depressing. Like, bro, it's so sad. Literally, episode 1 is sad and onwards. I can't even think, I think there might be one episode that's maybe happy, if that, because like it's probably like half the episode's happy. But like everything in this is like super sad. So just know we're gonna have a lot of spoilers. So spoiler alert, spoiler alert. If you've not seen the anime at all, or if you've only seen like a few episodes, just know I'm gonna spoiler certain things because I gotta talk about how depressing this is and very sad, like everything is. So I was not expecting this at all. So let's talk about like all this depressing stuff. So you have the main character is like this organism that turns into like certain things after they die and all that. So the first episode you meet this young boy. And then like you see the hardship he goes through because he's by himself because everybody else left because they wanted to go find stuff, so they left him by himself, and like all the old people that he stayed with died, so that was already depressing. And then like on his journey you're seeing like how he's getting frostbite and all that, and then he finally makes it to the place where like after following all the marks and stuff where like all the other people were supposed to be at, and he finds that they all died and everything's destroyed, and then he ends up like falling in the water, stabbing himself because like some wood stabs him, and it's like and like it gets getting sad. And then you go back to the cabin because he finally makes it, and then he makes it back in life, and you can tell he's dying because like he has nothing to help him heal himself and all that, and it's just like very sad, and he dies like that. But let's get to like the really sad and depressing, because I mean like this one was really sad and depressing because I even got sad because I saw it and I was like I was like, wow, they really did this, just because like the way it was. So after that we follow the main character Fushi. I forgot exactly how you say it, but you follow him. He goes to this village eventually because like this village that you go to, because like he gets there, like just know he doesn't go there, but like he's around the village area and all that. But you meet this little girl named March, and in this village she has all the little girls or little kids, they get sacrificed for this like this deity god that they go to send there, but like I guess it was really the bear, this big old bear that you see. So like that's already sad because she has to get sacrificed and all. And then you have like her big sister figure, it's like Prinora, something like that, somewhere around there, something like that. Just know I say names bad, yes I know. But like you have her, she ends up wrestling her and all that, and that happens. But where the really sad stuff happens is just like the hardship that you learn. You learn that her big sister figure Panora, you learn that like her sister was actually sacrificed or ran away, something like that, somewhere around the line. So like you can tell she's already dealing with hardship, and then like March getting sacrificed was making her even feel a certain type of way because she was already feeling a certain type of way because like how her sister felt. And I was just like, and it's like, bro, why does this have to be so depressing? But like the most depressing thing is like when you get to the place after they kill the bear, all this stuff happens, you skip there, and it just gets very depressing because March ends up dying. And like, bro, it was so depressing because look, in the opening they show March older, and then there's also parts in there where March is dreaming about being older. And it's like, bro, why? I was hoping we would get to see her older, because I was thinking like, oh, she's probably gonna die when she gets older, and like we'll get to see her, and like maybe he'll transform to her when she's older. But no, we didn't. And I was like, I felt so played because I was like, wow, I felt sad because I was like, bro, I wanted to see her older because she wanted to be older. And it's like I thought we were, because like they already showed us like what she was gonna look like when she was older in the opening and in the show. Just for her to die, I was like, no. And then like it really sucks because like the one person that deserved to die didn't die, somehow survived being mauled by a bear, and her face was all messed up. And I'm like, why like that didn't need to happen, like that March thing. And it was like, bro, that really hit me because I was like, why? I wanted to see her grow older, and it just like it didn't happen. They played us like why that didn't need to happen. But trust me, it gets worse because these new episodes are even worse and sadder. So we meet two new characters, and there's like this little boy and his older brother. His name's like Gugu, something like that. Somewhere, I think it is like Gugu. I think that's his name. But yeah, you follow him. He has his older brother. His older brother and him are like saving money that they can eventually like get a house because they're living out in the forest, like in a tent. But then his little brother ends up noticing that money's starting to missing. And like money's missing. He asks his brother doesn't say nothing. So then one day he goes and his brother leaves him, so he's by himself, and like he's all sad and moping around. And then what happened is like you see like this train track that's going with these logs and all that. They end up falling down. Like he almost gets hit by it, but he doesn't get hit by it. But then like the thing, like it breaks off the branch and keeps rolling down. So he saves this little girl. And as he's saving this little girl, guess what happens to him? He ends up falling down, and then like the log crushes his face. I have no idea how he's still alive. He should be dead because that was a high fall, and the log crushed his face. So now he has like this weird looking face now because like the dude had to help him out and fix him. And Yeah, it's very sad, especially in this newer episode where he finally leaves the one place because he's feeling a certain type of way, and like people are bullying him, and like they're calling him a monster and all this. I'm just like, bro, come on, bro, I can't deal with this. Like, especially if he dies too, I'm be like, oh my gosh, I can't deal with this, because it just, I'm like, bro, why? Like, y'all tell me a Kamiya kill is sad and depressing, made you sad and depressed. Watch this, bro. Watch this. It's like, it deceives you, and I'm like, why is this so sad? Because like everything's sad. I haven't seen like one good thing. Like probably the most wholesome thing was when the main character Fushi, whoever, was with the grandma and they're trying to get to the island. That was probably the only thing, even though he was losing his people because of, he was losing his ability to transform because of like the tree thing. But I'm just like, bro, come on. I'm like, why does everything have to be sad in here? I know it's called 2 Year Eternity, but like, can I at least get some type of happiness? I don't want everything to make me sad and depressed. Like, come on, I don't want to get attached to like maybe one character without something happening to them, but like everything happens. I'm like, bro, everything that's bad happens to all these characters, and it's just like, it really sucks. Like, honestly, March didn't need to like honestly jump. She probably didn't, like, at all. She should have not did that. I know she wanted to save whatchamacallit, but it's like, I feel like she didn't need to jump at all. She should have not did that. She should have just lived. But it's like, wow, why did you have to do March like that? And then Gugu, I'm like, I have no idea how he is alive at all. Like, his face should be crushed and dead, because that was a pretty high fall that he fell from. Like, he fell basically off a cliff onto like the hard river like ground, like rubble. Was it like gravel, I guess you could say? He fell on that, and the log fell on him too hard, and it's like, how is he alive? And now he has like this big old pot belly, and he has to wear this like chameleon looking, or I guess you say like a gecko looking mask now, and it's just like, and his face is, and also the old man put liquor, he put alcohol like in his belly as an organ. I'm like, what? I'm like, what is that? I'm like, that's horrible. But yeah, 2 Year Eternity is very sad and depressing. I was not expecting it to be this sad and depressing, but it's very sad and depressing. Like, it's one of, like, this is an interesting one, because I haven't watched the anime that's actually like been like the focus is like sad and depressing, because like I've seen sad anime, but usually they're not this sad and depressing. Usually there's like build up to this other stuff about it and all that, and then like towards the end it gets sad and depressing. But from the jump, this is sad and depressing, and it's just like, why? Like, why? I don't want to be watching every week something bad happen. It seems like something bad happens every week. I'll get a little bit of happy, maybe 10 minutes, and next thing you know, it goes down here and becomes sad and depressing. It's just like, but let me know in the comments what you think about this anime. Has this anime been sad and depressing to you, or have you been watching it? Do you not care? Let me know in the comments. Like if you enjoyed, dislike, oh, I hit that, dislike if you didn't like the video, subscribe if you really enjoyed. Hit the bell if you be let know when I post videos. Yes, that was a lot of mixed up words. Yes, but hey, thank you for watching. I'll see you next video. Bye.